I want to talk about how to properly mount a scope onto a accurized rifle or a sniper rifle. All right, the first thing you want to do is don't touch the scope, adjust the stock first. Most of your good stocks now are adjustable for comb and for length. So first thing you do is size the stock properly to the shooter. For most, you want the stock long enough out so that it gets to the bend in the elbow. All right, so this stock has already been properly adjusted for length for me. It's good to go. Next thing I want to do, then I want to take the scope. I've already got it loosely set in the rings, and I want to mount it on the gun. All right, get it so it sits nice and level first. Roughly where I wanted it, that ain't it. Just get it in the general direction. All right, and then you're going to want to check your eye relief. Just make sure the eye relief is almost right, not that big a deal. All right, so get behind the gun. Eye relief, not quite good enough yet. I need to bring it back just a little bit more. You notice it's still just a little bit. Yeah. Actually, that's not bad. We can work with that for right now. All right, so what I'm going to do is that's close. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide those rings forward. All right, what I'm doing is there is a little bit of play inside the Picatinny rail. I'm sliding the rings forward in those slots because recoil of the gun is going to slide them forward anyways. Once I have them forward, then all I'm going to do is I'm going to torque them down for 65 inch-pounds. You'll get your pop. Go till you get that pop again. All right, so I've got that, so it's 65 inch-pounds. Now what you want to do is you want to adjust the comb, the height. You want to make sure that when you relax your head on that stock, you relax, you open your eye up, you want your eye looking directly through the center of the scope. So when you have the actual shooter of the gun, you don't do it yourself. Whoever the gun's going to be assigned to, he's the one that needs to be behind the gun. When he gets behind it and relaxes, opens up his eye, I'm way too low. All right, so you're going to loosen up the stock. Now, on this puppy here, I've already marked it where correct is for me, but I'm going to double check it again. Close my eyes, relax. That puppy's dead on, balls accurate. Right where I want it. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually, because I still have the scope loose, all right, I'm gonna slide the scope forward. And the reason why I'm doing that is I want to get that shadow inside the scope. I want to get the shadow all the way around the sides, okay? Now when I look through it and I have that shadow, now that's really gonna let me adjust that comb even better. Now, my eye's a little bit to the left. I didn't catch that before. So to slide it over, the cool part about this Accuracy International rifle is not only does the scope adjust up and down, it also adjusts left and right. So I'm gonna adjust it just a little bit. All right, so I'm adjusting the comb of the stock just a little bit to the left because that's what I needed. I'm gonna check it again. Perfect, right on the money. All right, once I've done that, now I'm gonna go back and I wanna make sure my eye relief is perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide that scope back in the rings to roughly where I had it before. And now I'm gonna slowly adjust it forward and backward until the eye relief is perfect. Now, perfect eye relief, there's actually a window. You want to set that scope to maximum magnification. That's going to shorten that down, but there still is a little bit of play there. All right, now you want that to be as far forward as possible. That's going to cut down on the chance you getting scope bite over your eye. You don't want your eye too close to that scope. All right, I want to get rid of that shadow completely, but that's about it. I want it as far forward as possible. All right, once I've done that, moved it forward as much as possible, now I want to level my crosshairs. First step to that is we need to level the gun itself. Now, best way to do that is with a level. All right, all your weapon systems are gonna have a level spot on them. This particular Accuracy International, you can use right back here on the back of the bolt and also right here on the stock. We're gonna lay this one in. We just a tad bit off. Now, if I was doing this in a gun vise, it'd be a little bit easier to do, but we're actually using the bipod of the gun. Once I get that level, then on top of the scope right there. Gonna cant that till I get it level. Once I get it level, I'm gonna verify one more time. Correct. Correct. I'm gonna leave it there, and I'm gonna I'll apply a little bit of Loctite to all these screws, and I'm gonna tighten them down. A little bit on one side, a little bit on the other side. Slowly work your way around. You'll keep doing that a little bit at a time. Keep going back and double check the level on the scope. All right. Another way to do it is you can actually hang a plumb bob out at distance and actually level your crosshairs that way. All right, but it's imperative that you make sure that the scope is level. If you want to add a scope level afterwards, that's fine, but you've got to actually level the crosshairs on the gun first, then you can add a level to it. Once you're done doing that, then the last step is get down and adjust that ocular focus. All right, so what that is I want those crosshairs to be crystal clear. So I've got everything adjusted properly. I want to take the parallax adjustment knob, set it all the way to parallax. Just find some out at the sky, blank wall somewhere. You don't have to look at anything. You're just looking at the crosshairs. I'm just looking at the reticle itself. You're going to look through and then adjust the ocular focus adjustment. Make that puppy crystal clear. Done that, this scope is mounted properly. We're gonna let our Loctite set and for a few hours, and then this gun is ready to go out and shoot. That's how to properly mount a scope on a sniper rifle. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below.